My name is Gus Solis, and this is my analysis over a case study written about Heidi Roizen by the Harvard Business School. Heidi is currently a venture capitalist for SoftBank Venture Capital, a company that focuses on investing in startups in the internet industry. Ms. Roizen is someone who has seen great success in business without even initially pursuing a career as a venture capitalist, but instead using an effective network of contacts and colleagues to quickly work her way up the executive ladder and eventually become a person that companies call on for her expertise, and maybe even to get them in touch with someone that is already in her network and has a relationship with. Although it is anything but traditional, I believe that Heidi's initial career path actually has helped her in some way. Heidi majored in creative writing while she attended Stanford University, and while that is not a business degree, if you look up the definition for creative writing on Google, it's described as going outside the bounds of normal, professional, academic, or technical terms of literature. It puts an emphasis on narrative craft and character development. In the case, one of her friends from Stanford and later business partner would say, Heidi is a pro at turning a brief conversation into one with substance by contributing one or two unique ideas in a short period of time. This helps make the conversation memorable, so it seems like that definition goes hand in hand with how she approaches communicating with others. Even though Miss Roizen did not have a strong network coming out of Stanford, she was able to use her limited contacts to land a job with Tandem, a computer company. She would use her opportunity wisely as she was in regular contact with management while she wrote about the company in her newsletter. It was this narrative that helped secure a letter of recommendation from the CEO of Tandem to help get her into graduate school to pursue a degree in business. She would eventually help start and later manage a company called Teammaker, which she would eventually sell for a profit. She would then take a job at Apple as Vice President of Worldwide Relations and would have 300 people reporting to her. She would use her high-ranking status to further her networking skills. This would prove how effective she truly was at networking because due to the favors she would call in to her contacts, she was able to help Apple at a time that the company was in turmoil. She would leave Apple, however, and create a job for herself. She coined her new job Mentor Capitalist. This role really spoke to her networking abilities because companies would bring her in as a member of their board, give her a stake in the company without actually receiving any kind of financial investment from her. It just showed that her experiences and expertise in dealing with people and having the right contacts was much more valuable than some monetary figure. Although she enjoyed her time as a mentor capitalist, she began to miss the team approach that came with working for a traditional company instead of just being an advisor. That is when she felt like SoftBank would be a perfect match for her. Okay, so now I could get into what other strengths she added on when she actually started progressing in her career in business and how they influenced her power and networking success. Heidi's greatest strength is that she is sincere. She is upfront about the kind of investments that SoftBank would make and encourages people to look at their funding process in order to see if they meet the criteria for an investment. This is important because people want to know what they are entering when they ask to do business with an investor. I also like to relate the quote from Adam Grant's book, Give and Take, to Miss Roizen. In his book, Grant quoted Samuel Johnson as saying, "The true measure of an individual is how they treat someone who can do that person absolutely no good." Even when Heidi doesn't feel like she is the right partner for a potential client or job opportunity, she will get them in contact with someone that seems like a perfect fit. It is this giver mentality that has allowed her to see a return on investment for her good deeds. The greatest strength that Heidi possesses is that she can raise a militia, so to speak. Now, I took that expression from Brian Uzi and Sharon Dunlap when they were discussing Paul Revere and William Doss in their article, How to Build Your Network. Of course, everyone knows who Paul Revere is, but only because of the people that he knew. Because he knew who to get a hold of, he is the one that is written about in history books. I believe Heidi has the power to raise a modern-day militia, one that consists of CEOs of billion-dollar companies and high-ranking executives that can surely do some lobbying for Miss Roizen to help her move her objectives along. I do not believe this would be a problem for Heidi due to the Tupperware theory discussed in Harnessing the Power of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. In his article, Cialdini talks about Tupperware parties only being effective because the ones that attend have some type of relationship with the host. This is the same situation that Heidi is in when she hosts dinner parties for her successful friends. She already has a standing relationship with them, and she only invites people that she respects on a personal and professional level. Miss Roizen has been able to sustain success because of the sincerity in all her actions. She has been able to keep professional relationships with people that she is in contact with in her personal life because she makes an effort to not only do business with those she believes are good people. She also has been extremely unselfish. The fact that she connects people within her own network shows that she is not only in it to see herself succeed. Heidi Roizen shows that it is possible to meet the right people while being true to yourself and not having to cut others down. This was a great example on how to properly expand your network and help those that need guidance as they get further into their careers. Thank you.